It's senior day at Williams-Brice Stadium, and the South Carolina Gamecocks came out and in the first half played a very uninspired football game as they only led by the score of 17-9. And the big story of today's game was turnovers. One of our sponsors is the Beacon, and we had turnovers a plenty today as both teams turned the ball over 5 times for a total of 10 turnovers. But the Gamecock defense for the second week in a row came up big. Again, forcing 5 turnovers, limiting South Alabama to 4 field goals. Maybe this team is starting to get the defense headed in the right direction heading into rivalry week next week. A big day today for the senior players. Nick Jones out of Spartanburg from Burns High School catches a touchdown pass. Dylan Thompson catches his first career touchdown pass. And again, had a big ovation when he took his final snap and came out as quarterback in Williams-Brice Stadium. Great to see that Dylan is a fifth-year quarterback who waited his time. Glad to see the fans appreciated the job he's done in his 5 years at University of South Carolina. Pharaoh Cooper, again, big man who does it all. Catching the ball, running with the ball, throwing the ball, and handing the ball off. Had another huge game as he threw a touchdown pass today and, again, played big in the Gamecock offense. Mike Davis had 2 fumbles today. Really didn't play a whole lot. Don't know if he was in the doghouse, injured or whatever, but 2 other backs stepped up. Brandon Wiles, who had another great game today for the Gamecocks as he was the leading rusher on the day with 77 yards, and redshirt freshman David Williams. That's a name you're going to be hearing a lot of, Gamecock fans, over the next several years, that he will be the featured back here in the years to come. But David Williams today with a touchdown and 68 yards rushing today for the Gamecocks, though. But South Carolina puts the game away in the second half, put it away in the fourth quarter. Again, went in the fourth quarter with only a 14-point lead. That has been a danger zone all year long. Gamecocks 14-point lead fourth quarter has been the recipe for disaster. But South Carolina builds on it today, pulls away for a 25-point win, and beats the spread by 1 point for all you gamblers out there, though. Now, that sets up the big game next week as rivalry week, as the Gamecocks will go to the friendly confines of Death Valley. Again, this will be a big ball game. Dylan Thompson, had a chance to talk with Dylan after the ball game. Dylan's 1-0 at Death Valley. As you remember, several years ago, was a surprise starter for Connor Shaw, who could not go. Dylan comes in, passes for over 300 yards, so he knows what it's like to go up there and win. He's played there. He understands it. Again, this is not going to be anything new to him going up there and playing under the pressure of playing at Clemson, though. But this team, and I had a chance to ask Pharaoh Cooper, how's it going to be that Clemson's probably going to be the favorite, even though the Gamecocks have won five straight games against Clemson? South Carolina may be the underdog this year. He said that's fine with him. Gives them a little extra motivation if they are, but not really worried about that, though. So, again, this will be a key game. South Carolina gets bowl eligible now, gets that monkey off their back. So the players know they will have another game after the Clemson game, though, but should be an outstanding game. Will be interesting to see. South Carolina has locked heads playing against the big boys, their fellow big boys in the SEC, while Clemson has played a much weaker schedule this year, taking on some of the cream puffs of the ACC. Fans don't like that, but I'm just calling it like I see it. Will South Carolina be better prepared, having played better competition all year, to go up against Clemson, that Clemson having to play a South Carolina team with talent that they have not seen in the likes of their ACC foes they played against? Well, it will all be answered next Saturday at Death Valley, though. But South Carolina seniors go out winners today in their final game at Williams-Brice Stadium by 25 points by the score of 37-12. Again, great way to wind up the career for 2 Spartanburg players, Dylan Thompson and Nick Jones, as they get a win in their final appearance again at Williams-Brice Stadium. We'll have some fun next week going to Death Valley. We'll bring you all the reports from there, though. But a happy report, it is officially a winning streak now. The Gamecocks have won 2 in a row, are bowl eligible now, headed to Death Valley next week. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving week. Don't eat too much turkey. Don't get caught as a turkey. But more importantly, Think about the things you're thankful of this week. I'm thankful the Gamecocks are bowl eligible. I'm thankful I get a chance to see the game next week, and it should be a good one. We'll be there to bring you all the action. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.